Okay, so we are finding an equation for hyperbola. Again, this is page 6 of your Unit 9 review. These are hyperbolas. Hyperbolas have two different forms. What are the two different forms? X squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. Or y squared over b squared minus x squared over a squared is equal to 1. Okay, so those are our two different hyperbolas. Remember, x squared minus y squared is this one, whereas y squared minus x squared is this one. Okay, let's look at it. Foci. Foci are the measurement of C. So my foci are 0, 4, 0, negative 4, so they open here and here. So this is my parabola, and C is equal to 4. So I know I'm doing up and down. Okay, so it's y squared over b squared minus x squared over a squared is equal to 1. Okay, since the difference of the focal radii mean that 2 times the focal radius is equal to 2, or b is equal to 1. Okay, if it was open and left and right, it'd be 2a is equal to 2. Okay, but since it opens up and down, it's 2b is equal to 2. So b is equal to 1. And then going from there, we know c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So c squared is 4 squared. A squared I don't know. B squared is 1 squared. So I get 16 is equal to a squared plus 1, or 15 is equal to a squared. So that's all I need to write my equation. So I do y squared over b squared, which is 1, minus x squared over 15 is equal to 1. And there's my equation for the hyperbola with foci 0, 4, 0, negative 4, and the difference of focal radii is 2. Okay, this one's a little bit more straightforward. First I need to know which formula. Well, we've got negative square root of 34, positive square root of 34. Those are the x coordinates, so I know it opens there and there with my foci. Remember, this is c, so c is equal to square root of 34. And your asymptotes follow the form b over ax. So my initial instinct is c is equal to square root of 34, b is equal to 5, and a is equal to 3, which means this should be true. C squared is equal to b squared plus a squared, or a squared plus b squared. That should be true. So we get 34 is equal to 25 plus 9, and that works out. So b and a are right. So let's write it out. It's this equation, because it opens left to right. It's x squared minus y squared, and then a squared is 25. So x squared over 25 minus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. There is my equation of the hyperbola with that information. There's 15 and 16. Okay, so now we're going on to solving. We're going to find the real solutions of any of each system. First things first. I've got y equal to 2x. There's y. I can plug in, so let's do that. We get 2x is equal to x squared minus 3. 0 is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. I subtracted the 2x. I factor. Factors of negative 3 that add to negative 2. Get 0, so get x minus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3. X is equal to negative 1. Okay, so that tells me two things. I've got to find my answer when x is equal to 3. Okay, so that's 2 times 3 equals 6. And when x is equal to negative 1, y is equal to 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. So my answers are the points 3, 6, negative 1, negative 2. That's using substitution. Okay, 18. Again, I'll use substitution here. I'm going to take this stuff and move it over here. Okay, once I do that, I get the expression x is equal to 2y minus 5. Take that and plug it in for x. Not x squared, because that's not x squared. I'll take that, plug it in for x. Okay, so when I do that, I get 2 2y minus 5 squared plus y squared is equal to 25. I have to square this. Again, this is one of those common mistakes. Okay, don't make that common mistake. Okay, it is two binomials. If you went through here and you squared this, okay, you'd get 2y minus 5 times 2y minus 5. Okay, it follows a pattern. I know the pattern. You're supposed to know the pattern, but if you don't, foil it. Usually write it out twice and foil it. Okay, now we're going to finish this out solving for y. Okay, so on both sides, so those cancel. That combines with that, so I get 5y squared minus 20y equals 0. If I want, I can divide everything by 5 first. Okay, so let's do that. You don't have to do it that way. That's just one way to do it. So we get y squared minus 4y is equal to 0. Factor it. So that tells me y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 4. So, am I done? I'm not done. Okay, first things first. Anytime you have a squared, okay, like I've got x squared, I need to find x squared, you plug it into that equation, make sure it works in that equation. Okay, so let's go through and do this. I've got y is equal to 0, that's my first one. So I've got x squared plus 0 squared equals 25. X squared is equal to 25. X is equal to positive negative 5. Alright, and then we do y is equal to 4. So we got x squared plus 4 squared is equal to 25. So x squared plus 16 is equal to 25, or x squared is equal to 9, or positive, sorry. Squared is equal to 9, so x is equal to positive or negative 3. Okay, it's a linear line. It's a linear line in a circle. Okay, just to remember it, linear line in a circle. So at most I'm going to have 2 solutions. Okay, so this gives me 4 solutions, so some of these don't work. Which ones don't work is the question. Okay, so we check, alright, so if we check each of these, let's go 0, or sorry, 5 minus 2 times 0, or negative 5 minus 2 times 0. That one doesn't work. This one does work. That should be equal to negative 5. Okay, alright, and then I check 3 minus 2 times 4, or negative 3 minus 2 times 4. Okay, 3 minus 2 times 4, that one checks, this one doesn't. Those should be equal, again, should be equal to negative 5. Okay, so my answers are, what are my answers? My answers are an x-coordinate of negative 5, y-coordinate of 0, or an x-coordinate of 3, y-coordinate of 4. Those are your answers. Okay, that's it for page 6. We'll move on to page 7 next.